flew off the cushion again. Goodness me.
The table was disgusting, to be honest with you. You know, it's the worst, it's the biggest tournament, yet the worst conditions.
He's getting so frustrated with what's going on with it. I mean, you can see there he's just so angry, as if he likes to want to punch somebody at the minute.
And you start second-guessing yourself, you see. Getting the balls, and all you can think about is getting a kick. You forget what you're trying to do, pop the balls, and you're thinking about big bounces and all that. And, you know, it's just bitterly disappointing to play on a table like that when it's so important.
No, it's just not happening for Ali Carter this morning, and he'll be bitterly disappointed.
But hey, it's just another bitter pill to swallow for me, I'm afraid.
I don't believe that. I don't think I've ever seen a cushion bounce as badly as that. It's laughable.
It's difficult to explain, you know. It's just that the cue ball just finishes where it shouldn't. I was letting it get to me first couple of sessions, and I thought, right, just accept it. It's going to happen. We're not going to be able to change it. So I'll move on and hopefully, you know, play a good match next one. Hopefully conditions will improve, and I'll get to play a good match.
Can you believe that cushion there?
Since day 2, really, we've had issues with table 1 in terms of it's getting more big bounces off the cushions. It appears to be getting more kicks than table 2, and the players have obviously been quite vocal about it, and the commentators are obviously picking up on it.
Flew off the cushion, look at that. That has just gone 3 feet further than it should have done.
7.
Please, somebody set fire to this table.
Before the interval, I'm in a break, and I've gone in off a black, and I'm dying to watch that back because I never even considered going in the middle pocket, which is, like I say, I can't wait to see it because I want it to be me, and then I blame myself, but I just didn't see it anywhere near that middle.
The most frustrating part for me is you got the solution there in the office. You could stop bounces like that. You could do something to the balls and you'd stop bounces straight away. You'll never have one through the match. If they don't do anything, it's just going to keep happening. But they got the solution there in front of them and we'll get rid of it straight away. Why not use it?
We looked at the conditions in the arena, temperatures of the bed, the cushions, the environment around the tables, and for the last 2 days we've been monitoring that, and conditions are what we would think of acceptable. If we had the answers, we'd fix it. It's ongoing. World Snooker, WPBSA are doing their best to provide, with the partners, the best conditions possible for the players. Unfortunately, for whatever reason this week, Table 1 is playing completely differently to Table 2.
Well, I think I know the problem, but I can't say, because if I criticise what I think is the problem, I'll get fined. So when you turn the camera off, I'll tell you exactly what I think it is.
And that remains a secret where Mr. Williams is concerned, but obviously the players are a little reticent to speak out about this, and we should say that World Snooker have done absolutely everything the last few days. They've been putting the table heaters, they've been turning the temperature up and down, they've changed the cushions for the 4th time last night. In fact, we can actually show you that. They were here till about 2:30 in the morning doing that, and they've done everything they possibly can. But Peter Ebdon, you were in Ali Carter's corner when he said he wanted to smash the place up. Just how irate and infuriated did he become in that match?
Yeah, it was really tough. Ali wasn't in a very good place at all, and it was to be perfectly expected because, you know, he really did let the table conditions get to him. It was the same for both players, but it was incredibly frustrating. Managed to have a chat with him during the interval. He was much calmer, he was a lot better, really focused and determined when he went out there again. Made a century, but then again, 1 or 2 things happened again with the table, and it just took him over the edge again, and it was really unfair, really, on both players. It has to be said that Alan McManus, throughout that match, put Ali under a tremendous amount of pressure with his top-class match game and wonderful safety, and he just made it really, really tough for Ali, and the table conditions didn't help.
This is table 2, in effect. This has been the problem table. We should say there's been absolutely no problems with it last night or indeed today, so something has gone right at long last. But it's been very difficult, I suppose, when you don't trust the bounces that you're getting off these cushions. That must be really disconcerting.
Yes, Mark Williams' solution, and some players would like this to happen, is that the balls are polished. with a polish regularly, so that it basically cuts down the friction between the ball and another ball, but even more importantly, when it hits the cushion. I would say the biggest problem we have is not so much with the balls and the polish, but the fact that we are playing on thinner and thinner cloth all the time. So if we're playing on thinner cloth, then effectively the rubber underneath has more effect. If we played on the old-fashioned cloth, which was a lot thicker with a thicker nap, that would have more of a cushioning effect. So you could go back to thicker cloth, and they have tried thicker cloth slightly on the cushions. They could try even thicker again. But the biggest problem, I think, is that they don't have thick enough cloth, or the cloth is too thin. The other thing I would say, without boring the life out of you, Hazel, is the design of a snooker cushion compared to the design of a 9-ball pool table. Take a look at this cushion profile along here.
Yes.
There's quite a big lump of cushion rubber like there, and the ball then hits the rubber like that. On a 9-ball pool table, it's a point.
Okay.
And the ball hits the cushion on a point, so there's less rubber to interact. So it may be the initial design of a snooker rubber with a big thick lump like that is a problem, especially if you're going to have thin cloth. I'm boring the life out of myself, I'm going.